Just energy transition is not an option, but it must be.
The voices on the ground are saying we did not benefit when it was good with coal. And now that somebody is saying coal is no longer good for us, we are still left behind.
All of us globally, we have witnessed what is the devastation that can be caused by climate change as a result of human activities.
Get set! Are you ready for climate justice? Amanda! Amanda!
So we are here in South Africa, one of our partnering countries within IKI JET and Coal Regions in Transition interregional platform, because we promote learning between peers, actors coming from the coal regions.
So we've chosen South Africa because in comparison to the other countries that we work with, it's a bit further ahead. They've started with the just transition quite earlier on, and they've also a quite elaborate concept of the just energy transition. And the reason why we're doing the study tours is to really bring the partners together to see things in the country, because there's a vast difference from just hearing the stories to actually experiencing it firsthand.
Today I want to learn something that they do actually in real life, that I would like to learn from each other, that we can exchange for some knowledge.
This is the first time I came to South Africa. It blew my mind that African government already make up so many plans to transition energy.
We people of Mpumalanga, we are number one people who are disadvantaged by the issue of energy, whereas majority of the energy of the country it is produced here. So we are trying to pinch ourselves or look for another alternatives as to how can we produce energy that is clean, reliable and also affordable as well.
We are holistically approaching this particular matter of just energy transition because we know that it has dire consequences towards our members if indeed we don't do anything. So we are on a consultation process and most importantly conscientizing our members about it.
The district is working on a few projects currently where we are looking at integrating the community with the greater picture of just transition and climate change.
Our organization really plans to use just energy transition to build an alternative economy. These are low-cost type of projects. These are small-scale projects that are talking to really issues that affect the community. One of the issues would be things like waste management, buyback centers. It would be projects such as beneficiating the ash coal that is staying in a dump.
Seeing, the recently shut down power plant, which is part of South Africa's coal phase out, very concerning to see the impacts on the community and the local economy, because with the phase out of the power plant comes the phase out of the mines, etc., and that has a huge impact on jobs, on the environment, on families, and on the regional economy.
ESCOM employees, when Komati was closed, they were moved to other power stations. But then we've got contractors. In a power station, you'll find that out of 2,500 employees, only 500 employees are ESCOM employees, then 2,000 is contractors. So once Komati closed, ESCOM managed to distribute its employees towards the power stations that are still running, but those who are working for contractors, they are not having employment.
When a proper engagement is not done, the community are the ones who bear the burden of the harm of the results of the actions that are imposed on them by simply disrupting economic value chain, simply affecting the livelihoods of people residing in that territory.
I think Mpumalanga has a big opportunity to reindustrialize, repurpose these coal assets. That's what we're doing in Colombia.
So it's quite critical that we do support SMMEs because, apart from them contributing to economic development, they play a huge role in creating job opportunities for communities that live around the coal mining value chains.
The ownership of communities, everyone needs to belong to the plan together. So if we are belong together, that means we are come together with the best solution that we want.
Hoy la comunidad se preocupó por su salud, por su bienestar, donde está trabajando de la mano del gobierno para poder salir adelante y romper el estigma que tienen de la economía.
Some people in the community, the coal mine community, started to revive agriculture, to redevelop again the land, for them to have, once these coal mines will be closed, they have alternative livelihood.
We need to rehabilitate the soil and we need to provide alternative job opportunities to our people. So it is basically a just transition from below, which is not only confined to technologies, but looking at the overall transition that needs to happen in society. It is actually training people as part of fostering a paradigm shift, moving away from dependency on coal mining. So we're rolling out the alternative with the aim that the people that are trained here will be able to actually replicate the project and thereby, create work opportunities, reduce poverty, hunger, unemployment, and the violence in this community, which is so depressed.
We are more in awareness raising within our communities for the just transition and the climate change impacts. So that we can have one goal of making sure that the future that we want, it belongs to us, with us, and making sure that we are going forward with one voice.
There was actually a big void in letting people talk to each other and actually really understanding what the issue is with government and legislation and how that actually impacts on private companies. And so basically we're literally there to facilitate, collaborate and coordinate.
All right, the business is called Samanjalo, which means we stand firm and we continue standing. So what we do as an organization, we take the coal waste or waste from material that is everywhere around Mpumalanga, and we convert that into usable products, environmentally friendly products. So it's big in the just transition simply because this is a mining town. So if you're not dealing with the waste that comes out of such a town, you are basically just, you're closing the doors.
Some of the initiatives were like really small. So I think there must be some work to escalate those initiatives and to take it to more people, because as they are helping some people, but not a lot of them. And some of them are more easily to escalate, like the brick factory. I think that it's really easy to escalate.
Peoples before profits, peoples before the initiative. We have to think that it's about the communities, it's about the peoples, that we need a justice for the people and also for the ecological.
What I was personally really impressed with is that people were really engaged. They were keen to share, they were keen to learn, they had a lot of interest to explore other contexts.
They were really talking a lot about mistakes as well and what to avoid, and that also created a good feeling for many of them that we are not alone with this situation. There are other regions that are going through this structural change as well. And let us connect and learn from each other and do the necessary and make out of a necessity a virtue.